Hey, everyone. Thanks for being here. It's the JB and Sandy show. You can find us on Instagram and TikTok at JBSandyATX. And if you want to know how to enter the contest to light the Zilker Christmas tree, all that information is in video form on Instagram at JBSandyATX. My name is Sandy. This is my buddy JB.
Hello.
And Tricia's here too.
Hi, everybody.
And can I just tell you something? You ever just going about your daily business and something pops into your head and you don't know why it popped in your head, but it did? Can I tell you what happened to me when I went to get Tricia's lotto tickets? I got very specific directions getting to conduct Tricia's lotto business. She even texted me what to buy and told me, because I always screw it up. I don't know if I want multipliers. I don't know if I want what I need, Powerballs. I have no idea.
Weird stuff.
Yeah, so I want to make sure I get it right. But anyway, I got my lotto tickets and I get back in my car and my car started up. And for some reason, I had a flashback into my brain back in my teenage years when I honestly never knew if my car was going to start. And I was so grateful for my almost 10-year-old car that starts every single time I get in it. Because it was a great mystery. JB, you'd laugh like you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, man, the cars I drove growing up were just, held together with coat hangers and duct tape. And,
yeah.
It just, yeah. How many times did you push start a car?
Oh, yeah, if you had a clutch, yeah.
Yeah, always park on a hill.
Yeah.
You bet.
Because you couldn't have swing for a new battery.
Yeah. And I used to have to keep in my car, which looking back was not real safe. It was a spray of some kind that was really flammable that you squirted down into the carburetor to get the car to spark.
It was probably just like a carb cleaner, but yeah, it gets it going.
Yeah. I used to have to take the thing that has the air filter in it, take that off, and then open up this thing and squirt this stuff in it and then start it, and it would start. But man, I just had that moment of... Go ahead.
Or did you ever do this where you take a screwdriver and you go to the starter solenoid and connect the two endpoints with a screwdriver to get it to start?
Yeah. I feel like that's very dangerous. I don't know what any of those things are, but...
I've done them all.
And then I remember a guy that I went to high school with that didn't have a car, and I used to give him a ride everywhere. And one day he had complained too much about my car. And I was like, and I just let him have it. I'm like, dude, you don't even have a car. You're lucky I'm giving you a ride at all. So shut up and quit complaining about my car not starting. You know what I mean? When you get a car, you can complain. Until then, shut up.
I remember making one trip. So I must have been a senior from Austin to Georgetown. I needed to get my car back to Georgetown to work on the brakes because my brakes had gone out. Mm-hmm. And my solution was, I couldn't afford a tow truck to get it there. I'll just go in the wee hours of the night when there's no traffic. Drove from Austin to Georgetown with zero brakes. Just downshifting to stop.
Oh
God.
But
there was not that much traffic back then.
Still, you only needed one in front of you.
I know. I did some crazy stuff.
Were you just running red lights and stop signs and?
No, just downshift, and kind of creep through them. Yeah, wow. It's crazy. It's amazing. I'm alive. It's amazing.
It is. Some of the vehicles we drove.
Oh my gosh.
Insane.
I feel like that feeling of, is my car going to start, is very similar to the feeling I lived through constantly in my early 20s of, is my credit card going to get declined? Is my debit card going to get declined? Is there any money in there? Please God. Or can I float this check in time before my paycheck gets deposited? That was always the feeling that drove me crazy.
Floating checks.
Oh, I was the queen of floating checks. Meanwhile, I don't know if I really knew that was kind of illegal.
We would do it at Now's Pharmacy on 24th Street.
Yeah.
Didn't they keep it?
Yeah, they would keep lists of names. I know where you're going with this. And I remember seeing people I knew on that list. They put all their pictures.
Bad check writers. And it was someone that regular mentioned names.
Faces?
Yeah.
That's awful.
And someone that we know very well's name was often on that list.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
God, shame.
He doesn't...
His initials are MMM from Grand Prairie.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, I know who that
He doesn't have those worries anymore. things worked
We all
out
had
all right
struggles
for him.
then.
Yeah.
God, I remember a guy I knew in college. He was scrambling to make some money to get his car fixed before Parents' Weekend. Because all the money they'd been sending for car repairs, he was spending on beer. He's like, I have to get my car going before Parents' Weekend.
I remember once my dad, when I was in college, I had drove a 72 Volkswagen Bug and I had a gas card. And so I could fill the car. And my dad once pulled me aside and goes, Sandy, I got to ask you this. I need to know how in the world you got $89 worth of gas into a 1972 Volkswagen. I was doing my grocery shopping at the Texaco, right?
Yeah.
I was buying beer and ding dongs and chips and whatever else. And then just thinking dad wouldn't notice.
Wouldn't check it. It's like you've never met your dad before.
Exactly. So coming up on the show today, we're going to save that thing we talked about things that happen in your house now that never happened when you were a child. We'll get to that some other time. But coming up next, Tricia's got the story we love. What do you have?
All right, we're going to talk about how it keeps getting easier and easier to fly nonstop from Austin to new places. I have some new nonstop routes to announce.
Nice.
All right, it's coming up.
1031austin.com.
This is the JB and Sandy Show on Austin's 80 station, 103.1, streaming on the iHeartRadio app.
More nonstop flights out of Austin. It's always big news. Tricia's got it for you in just a moment in the story we love. Quick reminder, Horns volleyball, ranked number 2 in the country, play tomorrow night against Mizzou at Gregory Gym. And there's not a better place in the world to see a volleyball game than old Gregory Gym. And, they updated it a few decades ago.
Yeah, I haven't been to an event there since I just know how it was in the late 80s when I'd go play handball there.
It's awesome. I mean, it's just the perfect spot, the perfect size. It's got that old gym feel to it.
That sound, that echoey sound.
Yeah, and the squeaking of this. And those girls are so athletic. It's incredible to watch. So they're ranked number 2. They're undefeated, and they're playing tomorrow night at Gregory. That's a tough ticket, by the way. I mentioned it, and you're like, oh, I'll just jump online and see if I can get tickets. It ain't that easy.
Really? Good.
It's tough. It's tough to get a ticket to that game. So they play Missouri tomorrow night.
The stories we love.
So Delta Airlines really wants to make it easy for Austinites to easily be able to go places and have fun. They are loving Florida right now because they announced a new nonstop flight from Austin to Miami starting in November. And it's joining 3 other nonstop routes that they've recently announced from Austin to Denver, Colorado, Austin to Columbus, Ohio, and Austin to Kansas City, Missouri. I know. I love it that they're nonstop. I wish they were a little bit more exciting locations. Except for the fact that whenever I hear about a new nonstop flight out of Austin, I always check to see if it's Omaha, Nebraska. It's not that exciting.
You mentioned that I have a lot of family just north of Kansas City. And so that flight has ebbed and flowed, nonstop, then gone, nonstop, then gone.
Right.
Yeah, it just comes and goes. It's hard to keep for some reason.
We lost our nonstop to Omaha.
Yeah.
Allegiant used to do it out of the South Terminal at ABIA, and it was great. Omaha, for those of you that don't know, my parents still live in Nebraska. I went to high school, college there, and they still live there, so I still like to go back and visit. And that nonstop flight was awesome. Hour and 50 minutes, you were there. Fantastic.
Yeah, for a quick weekend visit to your parents and stuff, like that nonstop makes all the difference.
It makes a huge, huge difference. It makes me not dread travel day when you get on the plane and when you get off, you're there and you're done.
Tricia booked our trip Thanksgiving to Nebraska, and this year she got the Thanksgiving dates correct. Last year she got them incorrect, and we didn't go.
Double checked.
Yeah.
I just booked the wrong week, and I remember booking it last year, and I was like, "Wow, these are cheap for Thanksgiving. This is a great deal."
Right?
Yeah, it was the wrong week.
Yeah. So now Austin to Miami. That's pretty cool, though. I don't feel like I'm cool enough to go to Miami. I'd have to go to Miami and get out of there as fast as I can, like the West Palm or Fort Lauderdale or somewhere like that. But man, Florida, that part of Florida,
I'm with you. You got to get north of Fort Lauderdale before it starts to seem somewhat normal.
Somewhat normal, yeah.
And I've always felt like when I'm in Florida, all the Floridians around me, I just feel like they're one step in front of the law. Like they're just,
That's why they're there.
Yeah, that's what they left New York or something, or Jersey, and
they all got that lizard skin. Like they still just lean into the sun. Like,
yeah, baby oil.
Oh yeah.
But here's what I don't understand, because I have two cousins who live in Florida. Everybody's like, we're retiring in Florida. Florida's the best. Every time I've been to Florida, all I do is sweat my butt off. Why do people want to get there so badly? It's miserable. The heat and the humidity.
Because of the winter. That's why. Because they're leaving.
Mild winter.
Yeah, they're leaving
and
cold
tax,
climates.
And tax laws.
Yeah.
No, tax laws, that's true. That's true.
You ever have someone invite you to do something and then, they don't mean it? Like, yeah, come on down. Like a friend of mine lives in Miami and I saw him recently and he's like, Sandy, come on down. Let's go fishing. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, I know he doesn't mean it, right?
Right. Just threw it out.
Right. But now I'm like, huh. And
You're all I'm going to do it.
And I'm just going to show up at his house. He said, well, you said, let's go fishing.
Let's fish.
So let's fish. Here we are. When does that start? November, I think I saw, right?
Starts in November, yes.
Just in time to get out of, I don't know why you'd want to leave Austin in November, but if you want to.
Right, it's just when it's getting really good is November.
Nonstop to Miami on Delta.
1031austin.com.
This is the JB and Sandy Show on Austin's 80s station 103.1. Text us at 737-301-9600.
Here's something I bet you don't know about Austin, Texas. We made it to number 3 on a list for best vegan cities. What cities could possibly be more vegan than Austin? JB, you've got it, right?
Yeah, I figured we'd be up there, but immediately my brain went to what would be number 1. What would out vegan Austin? And sure enough, Portland, Oregon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is so funny. So in the top 5 comes Oakland comes in at number 5, San Francisco number 4, just across the bay, then Austin, then LA, so California big time, and Portland being number 1, which doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah.
No, I've been to Portland about 5-6 years ago. What an unhealthy looking people.
Right. I've never been.
Yeah.
Now, have you ever seen the show, the Fred Armisen show, Portlandia?
No. I haven't.
Oh my gosh! Of course, you know him from Saturday Night Live. If you can't picture him, you'd recognize him if I put a photo in front of you. And it's him and his wife and their friends, and they're just so over the top with the vegetarian, vegan, the holistic living, and everything they do.
Farm to market type of
Yes.
people, locally grown and sourced and all that crap.
And it makes me think of I watched that series for a little bit. It makes for a good sketch. It doesn't carry itself well for a whole series, but one sketch in particular, one scene was when the couple, this annoying couple, obviously not vegan because they're ordering chicken, but they're just so Portland and how they talked and the information they needed when ordering. Have you ever seen that scene?
I have actually, yeah. And they're just
so good.
When I was watching, I was like, this whole relationship is built around their beliefs of eating local and all that. Anyway, let's just play the clip.
It's all a pat on their own back.
Yes.
For the questions they ask. It's not about the food, really.
Right.
It's about themselves.
This is how much we care. Is what it is. It's virtue signaling at its finest. Here's the clip, the waitress approaching the table and, doing what a waitress does.
Hey guys. Hello.
Hi, hello.
My name is Dana. I'll be taking care of you today. If you have any questions about the menu, please let me know.
I guess I do have a question about the chicken. If you could just tell us a little bit more about it.
The chicken is a heritage breed, woodland raised chicken that's been fed a diet of sheep's milk, soy, and hazelnuts.
Okay, this is local?
Yes, absolutely.
Is that USDA organic or Oregon organic or Portland organic?
It's just all across the board, organic.
Hazelnuts, these are local?
How big is the area where the chickens are able to roam free?
I'm sorry to interrupt. I had exactly the same question.
4 acres. So here is the chicken you'll be enjoying tonight.
You have this information. This is fantastic.
Absolutely. His name was Colin.
He looks like a happy little guy who runs around. A lot of friends, other chickens as friends. Putting his little wing around another one and kind of like palling around.
I don't know that I can speak to that level of intimate knowledge about him. They do a lot to make sure that their chickens are very happy.
Tell you what, we're going to go check it out if you don't mind. Just if you could hold our seats.
Oh, now?
Yeah, I won't be right back. Just want to make sure.
Thank you so much, Dana.
Sure.
They were going to they got up to go to the farm to check it out. And I can't help but think this is probably not that far-fetched.
Right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's humor based in truth for sure.
His name is Colin. Looks like a happy little guy.
Yeah, he's got his little chicken wing around his chicken friend.
Now butcher him so we can eat them.
My favorite part is how he goes, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I was going to ask the exact same thing. Just listen.
Listen to the answer.
He wanted credit for the question.
1031austin.com.
This Longhorn Minute brought to you by Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. Saturday night at DKR Texas Memorial Stadium, the Texas Longhorns delivered a statement win with a 55-0 shutout over Sam Houston State to close out this non-conference play. Quarterback Arch Manning was sharp, going 18 of 21 for 309 yards with 3 passing touchdowns, but it was the 2 rushing TDs in the first half that got everybody excited. Wide receiver Ryan Wingo caught 6 passes for 93 yards and 2 scores, including a 53-yard bomb. DeAndre Moore was back in action and added 5 catches for 79 yards. Texas compiled 607 total yards while holding Sam Houston to just 113 yards and no points. Defensively, the Longhorns also had 5 sacks, so they dominated on both sides of the ball. Now they get ready for SEC play on October the 4th against Florida. This Longhorn Minute brought to you by Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust.
Austin's 80s station, 103.1.